Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. So, this is part two. This is part two. Welcome, 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 welcome. Welcome to Sunshine Brown. So, I noticed that. So, let me let you know. I am sitting in the closet. So, if my voice is a little different, it's because I'm whispering a little bit. I'm whispering, okay? I'm trying to talk in the softest tone and whether you can hear me. Okay? That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go on. Okay, so this is a part two. This is part two. I'm so proud of myself. I actually did it back to back, right? It didn't go take a long break or anything. Okay, so this is part two. All right, now this is where I want to explain. So yes, let me go back. Welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Sunshine Brown. Welcome. My name is Dominique Brown. Okay. I have to say my name because a lot of people have done some things, like identity theft, etc. Okay? So, anyway, I like to give my name as well. All right, so here we go. So, this is what I want to share. This is what I want to share. And I'm titling this video probably, This is Not My First Rodeo. And here is what I mean. This is what I mean. Okay. Now, please look at part one before coming to part two. All right? Here it goes. Some years ago. Some years ago. Okay? This happened so suddenly. I mean, suddenly. Okay? This is what I did. This is what I did. And it happened very quickly. So you can see how I have truly been gang stalked, targeted for a very long time and didn't know it. All right, here it goes. And then people just start joining in. Hey, come look at her. Hey, let's go. And then the things that people would say was so outrageous, they had to come see for themselves. Here we go. Now, years ago, there was a home that I wanted. 2 police officers lived in that home. Okay? I'm going to let you know that home was on Ambrose, a street called Ambrose. Oh, yeah, baby, because I got my receipts. So, the people that lived on Ambrose was 2 police officers, a husband and a wife. They approved me for the home. Oh, yeah, okay. Now, then later on, they came to my job. Because let me tell you something. I gave them my identification. As I think about it, because I had to remember just now what they were returning to my job. They were returning my ID, the wife. Now, when I say that they approved me on this home, I mean I went and toured the home. Everything was green lights, check. But somewhere down the line, she brought me back my ID and told me no at my job. I'd already explained to her to stay with me. That same child's father that was doing all this cruelty to me, that his family already did know of so many things, I was getting away from him. So I went and stayed and lived in a sweet hotel for 3 months. Did you hear me say 3 months? You're probably like, remember, I had to work, okay? The place that we were coming from, just my transportation alone per day was over $20 for myself and my children to get away from that place, to get to work, to get to school, to make sure everybody's going where they need to be. And guess what? Did it successfully. Did you hear that? Did you hear what I just said? Okay? Now, I'm talking about kids going off to this school and another child going off to another place. Totally separate away from each other. Made sure it was done and got to work on time. Don't tell me about being super bad. Don't tell me. Not my first rodeo. Okay? So I had to find a home in between, right? Now, not to mention, oh no, we going there. I like talking about real stuff because everybody's full of such fluff and pretending. No, I like talking about real things. Here it goes. The hotel, that suite, I gave those people close to $4,000 of my whole time being there for those 3 months. At the same time, I didn't just go to my job. I also was still doing my makeup business and things like that. Stay with me. Even though I was there, I did some of my best work coming right out of them doors. Doing my independent job, my business, plus working. I also received my IMBD credits, you know, those credits that you get, that people go to all the classes for and they want to act in something and get credited. I received that. All at that time. Did you hear me? Guess what? I did all of that while being pregnant. Did you hear what I just said? Did you hear what I just said? At that time, did you hear me say I had to pay 20-something a day to get all of us around to where we was going? That's just for that. Not receiving any government assistance or anything like that. So that's not including our food, what we're going to eat, and everything. And the great thing is, the suite, of course, had a kitchenette. I made it lovely. You know, I decorated the place, right? While we were going to be there for that time, I decorated the place. Oh, let's talk about it. Yeah, let's talk about it. I like talking about things because you'll see. I went on. Okay? I went through it. Right after that, that's when I had moved into the condo that I know I mentioned on another video. Everything brand new. So I had to have, wow. I got everything worked out for somebody that I had met along the way. Came and took care, you know, X, Y, and Z. Not tried to have my money, but they came and put me in a condo. I was able to pay them. The job that I was working at, let me tell you what happened. I didn't miss work or anything, and I was a great employee, an assistant of an owner. When she got in her feelings about whatever, that woman did not pay me. Did you hear what I said? Did not pay me. But as soon as she came up with not paying me, God had an exit for me. God had an exit for me. Oh, can you hear me? A businesswoman came with her truck to pick me up and my children and grab our things. Baby, You hear me? Because if you don't pay, they going to lock you out, right? And I never wanted to live like that, deal with that or anything. Now, I had the money to pay again, but I didn't want to do another again. I wanted out, especially if God done blessed me with a brand new place. Did you hear that? Listen to me. Went on, moved in, did my life. The property that I moved in, there was a situation with the city of Cincinnati, Ohio. Wow, here we go. You've been knowing about me for a very long time. No record, not bothering anybody, just living my life. People constantly coming for me. Did you hear me? But I'm going to say, they made it where they were after the owners of that property. Whoever the owners were of that property at that time for not doing something that they were supposed to do. So they wanted to shut down a lot of their locations, their properties. Didn't care if they were new, what. I was caught in a scandal. I was caught in a scandal. And guess what? I had just had my son. Oh, I was caught in a scandal. Everybody was playing with my life. At that time, they were playing. And all I was doing. So let me tell you something. I don't care what nobody say. If you're running a business and you're trying to, or just anything, trying to be successful, period, you're not running behind people. You're not bothering. You don't care what the hell. You don't have time for it. You already got a life that you got to maintain and take care of. And people counting on you. Let me keep going. They created a scandal. And I was very happy with that place. They put a note on the door, on the outside door, that said we needed to vacate. And that particular property. It's a lot of people in the building. The building's full. People are in there. Okay, there was another part of it that wasn't renovated, but the part we were in was open and great for my kids and I. I just had my child. They did some scandal stuff with the situation on the owners where they shut all the water off. And people know about this on the west side of town. On the west side of town. Yeah. Some people gonna say, oh, really? I know I've heard that. Whatever. Listen. See, I always have receipts. City of Cincinnati, Ohio. Here we go. Now, they already stalking me. So they already know I just had a baby. They already know everything. Boop, boop, boop. Matter of fact, you don't even know, one day after having my son, I dealt with a man in his car, hit my baby in the stroller as I was crossing the street. Did you hear what I said? Yeah, Johnny come late. You need to know what really happens. You got to know the truth. Let me keep going. Oh, I've been through some stuff. When I'm talking, I freestyle. So some things that I buried, they may come back up. Okay. Wow. Here we go. Okay. Even there, I'm running my business. Oh, yeah. See, very creative, can come up with business things, okay? That time, I'm running also, notice I said also, a daycare referral business. At that time, I'm still running a daycare referral business. Okay? So doing makeup, doing this, daycare, oh, yes. Yeah. So, you know how you're on your job. Notice I said I was pregnant. So, if I left that job and I still got to pay for everything somewhere, right? Guess what? I have to create a business, right? So that's when I did my daycare referral business. Yeah. Even had clients that worked for the Job and Family Services. That's how much these people knew. These people knew I was. Yeah. Had clients there. Yeah. Let me keep going. That's why you got to know the real tea. Here it is. Here it is. I'm doing my business, living my life, and have a new baby, a new child. Unbelievable. 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 Here we go. So we got to vacate the premises. So what do? I go ahead and call the emergency number because where am I going to go? I have no family here. It's just myself and my children. Stay with me because we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about some of them things that people don't want to talk about. But we're going to talk about it. Yeah, I will. Listen to this. So they get me some emergency. And wait a minute. At that time that was going on, I let my neighbor know what was going on. That was a couple homes down, right? I went to church with her. Yes, a church in Walnut Hills. I went to church with her. Oh yeah, let's talk about it. My kids and I went to church with her. Meaning she invited me to church. Went to church with all, Yeah, let's talk about it. People pretend they don't know me, baby. They knew me. Yeah. Let's keep going. So here it is. Here it is. I go and stay at a shelter place for 2 weeks. Did you hear me say 2 weeks? Now, the beautiful thing is they put us in our own place. All right? They put us in our own place. All right? Very grateful, very thankful. What a relief. So many things were a relief. Remember I told the story about, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to go there. It was a relief. Make a long story short, it was a relief. We got the help we needed and all of that. Let me tell you what happens. They all of a sudden offer some classes. And I'm like, okay. They all of a sudden had offered some classes. So I went to the class that they offered, okay? When you go, I took my kids with me, right? We're all at the class, in the class. Guess who's in the class? You'll find out. I'm trying to talk as quick as possible. The class is happening. And it's like a class that is interesting. I didn't need to be in there. But that's how they set things up, like certain things, okay? Now, I know better to do. I know better now. I would decline something like that, okay? What a fucking insult. What an insult. Here it is. This particular place that I went to, it doesn't even exist anymore. This particular place, all right? To do this at, it doesn't exist anymore. Wow. Here we go. I just had a thought of something. I just had a thought. I go. We do our 2 weeks there. The lady that was in the class, I knew that she was a male and a lady. that was doing the class, and I noticed that the lady was a little something about her. Like there's supposed to be people that are needing homes in this class, and she would say stuff like, "I'm going to give my husband check," and just she was just really like that, like one of them women that's against women that wear makeup, you know, but have you later on do they makeup. Rock with me, like just real, you know, just real some type of way. Went on, okay. Got to know this person. You don't know that they possibly have an agenda with you. You don't know, right? My clue was when I got her home, she was so fixated on how much you gotta pay a month. How much? Let me tell you something. The home that I was talking about that I was going into, she went and toured the home. Fixated. A lady that invited me, all of a sudden invited me to her church. And was really bothered by me being there. I had never seen anything like it. Now this lady for sure was a part of some type of group, covenant, something like that they were doing. And this particular woman is the one that put me in a lot of church shit. Yes, she did. And she think I didn't know. Imagine holding this all this time. She put me in some shit is what she did. Did you hear me? So they keep inviting you to church. Then you finally go. Then you don't like me, and I can tell you don't like me. Now wait a minute. Hold up. Let me tell you the truth. Let me tell you the truth, because people play with it. They work so hard to strip me of everything. But baby, I always come beautiful, bust down. Yeah. Beautiful, lovely. Things that I admire, fashion and all of that stuff, effortless for me. Loved it. Always looking like a lady. So that ain't nothing new. Always. Really prefer to wear dresses than pants. Oh yes, let's talk about it. I noticed that this lady was always on me. Now let me tell you about something. She invited me to some woman's, I never forget. She invited me to some woman's thing. This is after, like I said, I got to know her a little bit. She invited me, and that's how. She invited me to some woman's thing that was held at a different church. Yeah. We all went out to this church. When I say we all, me, myself, and the girlfriend, we went out to do this conference or whatever they had. But guess what was so crazy? I promise you, this is how I know. The place was full. Every table was full. I was like, oh, this is good. Everybody talked. But when it got to me and I talked, people were highly interested. But it's not just that. She focused on me more than everybody. The person that invited me. She focused on me more than everybody. Okay? She said something, a few things, and then I went on and, proceeded to speak. You know what people started saying? Because see, she carries like a 5th grade attitude. Oh, it's real. It's real, Yeah. people around. As I was sitting at the table, and then around, they said in the room, and what it was is she was telling me in front of everybody that I was too busy. I was like, what is she talking about? She said that I was just too busy. Now, I was always home with my children, but I would always post on Facebook different things that I would be doing, but she didn't know I had already did it, and I would be posting late, which was none of her fucking business, right? The people in there, as I was talking to her, responding, they said, whoa. And as they were listening to me speak, they said, you should have been the speaker here at the conference. I'd rather listen to you. And they did all of this in front of her. That didn't help. And I was like, don't say that. Right? Because I don't like things like that. It's not impressive to me. Or neither did I need that. But it happened. Do you hear what I'm saying? Now, we dealt with each other in between. But this lady was already on some stalk stuff. And I'm not going to say how I know, but it came out of her husband's mouth, something that he should not have known. But when it was said, I ignored it. It's funny how some people won't say anything about what they know. Oh, yeah. Now, not my first rodeo. Went on with that, right? We went on. Wiggling my foot here. I went on with that. And it's like, okay. Went on. Didn't hold it against her. I thought it was beautiful. She wanted me to join some church or whatever. Boo, boo, boo. And then I finally went to her church. And guess what? I was their first member that joined. Yeah, they started their own church. And I was the first member that joined. Why am I fighting it? I love being at church. Now, when I was at the place and we was going through the house, the place, the property thing, and I was showing her the home when I was at that shelter dealing with that class situation, I told her, oh, girl, you don't know me. I told her that. I said, oh, you don't know me. You don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who you're talking to. Did you hear me? All right. That day. So then as you're coming along with your kids in church, you see, like, oh. See, when people think you one way, and then they see how you really are, some people get really concerned. That's why you never get to know people when they're down. And then on top of that, she knew I was living in that beautiful space. They went and toured the place. She think I don't know that. My God. I'm about to end this video. I'm about to close. Things happen. That lady showed me every day. Anytime I would see her, it would be hot and cold. Like, you don't know what pickle you get. You don't know if it's going to be a sour pickle, sweet pickle. Just like an emotional roller coaster. So, I noticed. And guess what? The men at church? Oh, they liked me. She didn't want them to, though. Like some people, yeah, you're the pastor. You have a wife. But your wife can love the deacons and think they hers. Did you hear what I said? Oh, baby. You talking about go in and help, do whatever, they still mad. Experienced all of that. Put people on to me. We had a meeting one day. They making me a leader in the church and didn't even ask me if I wanted to be. Just put you in stuff. Someone had told me that all she did, now this is what they told me personally, that all she did is drive by people's house and see who cars in the driveway. That's how she lived. And here it is. This woman was a part of all of this. Don't tell me. Yeah, a part of things. People, see, that's the thing, you don't know. When you're dealing with people and folks, you don't know what's what. And then guess what? All these people found out that she was lying on me. Did you hear me? Not to mention, if there was a certain man that she liked that was a pastor somewhere else or something like that, oh baby, she all on you. As a matter of fact, if he think that he wants you, she gonna be out there making sure that he marry somebody else. Oh, she did it all. Making sure. So this is what I mean. You're a beautiful lady. You wear the baddest clothes, baddest shoes. You take good care of yourself. You take good care of your kids. You know, I don't even like not having my son hair cut on time. I don't like stuff like that. Not having my daughter hair done on time. Like certain things. Imagine, or just being able to take them beautiful places and chill as I want to. How I want to. Now, see, this is not my first rodeo. So if anyone thinks that they had the right to interfere in my life, they didn't. You don't like me. You come up with a school. You want my kids to go to your school, but you don't like me. And then on top of that, you want me to pay. Now, you know, I'm living up here in the hood, but you want me to pay $200 a week for my kids to go to your school? So you just went and watched me purchase a car and all this, and you watch how I dress and this and that, and you're trying to keep up with my money. You want me to pay $200? Bitch, is you crazy? I thought she was insane. Shit. You want me? Now listen, I know some people say that ain't, no, for you. And you ain't got $200 per week to pay nobody. I know you. See, all these people be purping and stuff. I know more. And these people ain't got no little kids. And they wouldn't have it like that. Don't fucking hustle me. Do you know who my daddy? Do you know who my daddy was? Don't hustle me. Don't hustle me. I'm going to let it be known. My kids didn't go to her school. And she had worked that out with the other churches that my kids was going to be coming to going to her school. She had my car towed. My car had parked where it parked forever. She had my car towed. This same lady I'm talking about, that dude that took me out to eat a while ago, and then to the hotel in front of all of these people that I did not deal with in a sexual way, where he would penetrate me or something like that. Like, I like to get real. That everybody thought it was something. I did not do it. I knew it was a setup. Now you know how I knew it was a setup. And then the next morning it was a setup. Doing all that shit that he did in front of the feds. Oh, baby. Now you know I'm not joking because you know my gifts. Yeah, I know. I see you took that picture. This is real. My point is, these people have been trying to set me up for a very long time. My phone is going to cut off. I love you. Thank you for being here. See, you didn't know all that. Johnny come late. Got to know the truth. Oh, yes. I'll be back with another video. I love you. Goodbye.